Hey guys, this is BadKarma, and welcome to my review of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which is not a Borderlands game, but a full-fledged spin-off game in the franchise. But, be that as it may, Wonderlands stands alone in entering the foray as its own entry into the best game in the franchise. I want to start by thanking 2K and Gearbox for granting us early access to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. It has been a pretty awesome week. Once we got access to the early access version of the game, I have put in over 100 hours in the first week, and it has felt like a breeze. Every day that we've been playing, the hours just fly by, and it has been just an awesome time. Overall, I love this game. It's going to be put into the argument of favorite Borderlands game in the franchise. A lot of people are big fans of 2. A lot of people are big fans of 3 and some other games in the franchise. We had a pretty good mix of that in our group. Many of the top content creators in the Borderlands directories were in our group and having a whole lot of fun playing co-op. And some had their favorite game as Borderlands 2. Some had their favorite game as Borderlands 3. And overall, the overwhelming opinion was that this game at launch is competing for best game in the franchise. I had a lot of fun with it, and I know my friends had a lot of fun playing it as well. It was possibly the most fun I've ever had playing co-op in the franchise. I've been playing a lot with Depresicles, with Epic NNG, with Psychotic Wolf, and Chadley, and Jolts Dude, and Killer Six, and Damn It to Hell, and many of these other creators. And it has been a blast just playing the game, talking about everything, discovering things, and it felt fantastic. A lot of us have even delayed the work that we've been doing because of the game and how much time we've been wanting to spend in it. It's been awesome. There's a lot of good things about the game, a lot of greatness that it has going for it. There are beautiful maps and landscapes all around that you can see. There's a lot of hidden things, a lot of stuff to go find, a lot of stuff to chase. Completionists are going to love the fact that you can go and collect dice and shrines and scrolls and poetry pages. There's going to be a lot of things that you can do. Each map has a good, main campaign story mission, side missions. Oh man, the side missions were very funny. A lot of moments throughout the playthrough where I was laughing out loud, and I enjoyed myself quite a bit. The main campaign is very fun. It's enjoyable. It never really feels like a drag at all. It goes by pretty quick. The scaling is cool. There are some parts where you feel like you have to go and play some side missions to level up, but all the enemies scale up to your level once you've gone through them, so you can always go back and play any of those areas. The bosses that they have in many of these areas and arenas are fantastic. Some of the best boss fights in the franchise are in this game. And fortunately, you can farm many of those bosses. Unfortunately, you can't farm every one of them. That's a bit of a downside to this one. The overworld was a really cool addition to the game. I thought it was going to be more of a gimmick. I was coming in expecting that to be just a part that you'd have to trudge through and kind of get through. But overall, it's actually really fun. There's a lot of really cool, interesting parts about it. There's a lot of things that are hidden to go find. It was enjoyable. It was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be, and I think people are going to have a good time with it. Another entry into this game that you didn't quite see in other games is the concept of loot luck. At the beginning of the game, you notice these hidden dice. They're 20-sided dice that you can go and find throughout the world. And as you collect them, it tells you that your loot luck is going up. This is something that controls what your drop rates are. So if you want better gear, you've got to get higher levels of loot luck that you can do by collecting dice and leveling up your character. Unfortunately, you don't quite understand how important the loot luck actually is. And as you play the game and go through all of the areas, you're going to start to pick up on that. And it's something that's pretty important. So don't forget to collect the dice as you find them. We were playing an early access version of this game, so there were a lot of problems that we did see bug-wise with user interfaces. We had some problems with the item cards that weren't displaying. We had some connection issues here and there. Whenever we were playing co-op, there were some weird things going on. But again, this was the most fun co-op experience that I've ever had, even with the bugs and the problems that it did have. So it wasn't as big of a deal. It's minor things that we're hoping they fix on release, and afterwards they are planning on doing a lot of support for this game. So I believe that there will be a lot of things that they are going to fix with that. Last but not least, the end game, which I can't go into detail about, but the end game of Wonderlands is possibly the best that the Borderlands franchise has ever had to offer. The Tiny Tina's Wonderlands endgame is my favorite activity in all of the Borderlands games, and I can't wait to see the reaction of the community once they start getting into it.